What is up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a Wednesday, your hump day daily blitz, February 8th, 2023, also known as day 2 of Hell Week. I'm still going, still upright for now. Had a very expensive dinner last night for my wife's birthday, so I'm super pumped about that. Just kidding. I'm just joking. Did have an awesome old-fashioned. They brought it out in like a glass case, like about this big, about a foot by 6 inches, glass enclosed with a little window, and it's filled with smoke. This little chamber that they carried out, filled with smoke. You open the door and you pull out the old-fashioned. It's like all the smoke comes rolling out. Smells amazing. But so that was pretty cool. Like I said, it's my wife's birthday, not mine, though. But I got to have fun, too, right? Anyways, today, I wanted to mention, before we get rolling, Sunday night, we're taking the night off. Obviously, there's another football game on. I don't know, NFL game, maybe? I don't know. Anyways, whoever's playing, good luck. But anyway, we will not be doing our YouTube live as usual, so we will be back the following Sunday, though. Just wanted to let you guys know now, so you're not sitting there at YouTube live looking for us. So sure, you'll be at a Super Bowl party or something like. All right, let's talk Brian Hartline. I'm going to talk about this guy, mostly because his, he's taken over as offensive coordinator. Still the receivers coach, of course, which he's been, more than successful at. He's killed it. But as new offensive coordinator, when the coaches met with the media a couple weeks ago, he talked about possibly being a new Buckeyes play caller, not just offensive coordinator, taking over for Ryan Day, being that play caller on the headset, and getting into that game flow, that artistry we talk about with this Ryan Day's so good at, can Brian Hartline acquire this kind of talent, I guess, because he's never done it before. He's never done anything close to it, and they're going to put him through the paces this spring and see if he can, get in a game flow. He's going to be calling against a real defense, and they're going to put together these scenarios. So my point is, he's really, if you think about it, he's really putting the pressure on himself, and Ryan Day is too. This is very interesting to me, because what if, for maybe not Brian Hartline's fault, what if the offense is less than expectations? What if it doesn't reach, that maybe 40 points a game threshold that we become accustomed to? I'm not saying it's because of him, but what if the combination of replacing 3 offensive linemen, another new first-year starting quarterback, things like that. Defense, we'll get to defense some other time, not today. But this offense is really in kind of a rebuild mode at 4 of the most key positions on the offense. And so my point is, Brian Hartline is putting himself under the microscope, under the magnifying glass, and he's going all in on him, betting on himself, which he's always done, and he's always passed every challenge, every test. So I don't question his ability, but I do wonder what happens if things are not going, super smooth first 4 weeks of the season, say, or we struggle against Indiana out of the gates week 1. What happens then? We know there's a very loud minority of Buckeye fans, especially on social media, that will want him fired. And we're not firing Brian Hartline ever. You talk about awkward. We saw Scott Frost get fired in Nebraska. That's pretty freaking awkward. Firing a legacy or a returning player that's a coach is not a scenario the Buckeyes want to get into. And that's one of the risks you run when you bring in a Laurinaitis or a Hartline. What if things just don't work out? Now, they hit it out of the park with Hartline, obviously, and Laurinaitis, I think, would probably be the same. But I wanted to run through some some of what Hartline had to say when they met with the media. He said that everything's on the table regarding whether he will call plays this season. He feels very confident in his ability, and he's going to roll it out there. And I don't question his ability whatsoever. So he also said that as far as a new starting quarterback, whether it's Kyle or Devin Brown, he says he doesn't think they need to rush to decide on a starting quarterback. And he said he'll be a part of the conversation, but will lean heavily on Ryan Day and Corey Dennis, of course. He also said that he's excited about recruiting players for the entire offense now. And he wants his role to help the other position coaches as well, so that he can support them and their recruiting efforts, which is huge. Obviously, maybe Hartline has become your closer at all positions, running back, O-line, quarterback. If he can come in and put the nail in the coffin on a 5-star quarterback or something, that'd be huge. I think that's a big deal. His message to the receivers that want more playing time is they need to impress their peers and impress Mick Marotti. So he said, I've never seen a guy impress Coach Mick and not be on the field. So that tells you something right there. Right now, during winter workouts, is key. If somebody in that room or across the board, this applies to probably all positions, but if somebody wants to impress Coach Mick, get on the field, they have to do it now in winter workouts, and then obviously into spring ball, it kind of folds into that. But now is when those receivers, those guys that haven't gotten many snaps, Jaden Ballard, all the 2022 receivers, Caleb Brown, Keon Grace, Caleb Burton, Kojo Antwi, all those guys, they got to do it now. But anyways, moving on, he says he's ready to transition to the new offensive coordinator position, of course. And obviously Ryan Day is still going to be the heavy influence on the offense. So again, I'm not questioning Brian Hartline's ability, but I am saying, what if things start off a little rocky? What if the spring game, the offenses look a little sluggish? I'm just curious what happens then. Does Ryan Day rip the controls from Hartline and say, give me that play sheet? Or do they work through it, and make progress over the summer and into fall camp where you can unleash Hartline again, rolling into the season? So that's all I got for you today. Heading back home tomorrow morning. I'm so worn out. I'm sweating to death. Anyway, I didn't need to give you all that information. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Go Bucks.